Hi everyone, my name's Becky from Back to Blighty and welcome back to the podcast. It is episode 15 this time and I am joining you today from the south coast of England where I live with my partner and our Springer Spaniel called Molly. So how are we all doing? I have got loads to share with you today. I've got 5 finished objects, I've got some works in progress, some acquisitions and a little bit of a shop update. So got loads to talk to you about today. How are you all doing? Drinking tea today, and I am christening my new Christmas mug. So this is my llama mug. A little close up there, and inside, I don't know if you can see, but it says walking in our winter llama land. Oh, I don't want to spill my tea, but just inside there. Don't know if you can see that, but you know, it's nearly Christmas. Is it the 4th of December today? I don't know, I lose track. Just drinking breakfast tea and I'm going to pop it there. It's a big mug, so luckily the loo's next door. So if I need to stop this podcast and whip off, then you know why, because the bladder's getting a little bit older nowadays. So what am I wearing? I am wearing my Christmas jumper. I'm going to stand up and give you a little look-see. So this is the ranuncular sweater by Midori High Rose, and I've made this now, this is my 3rd one I think, but the first time that I've done one with sleeves. So I've done little 3/4 length sleeves. Now this yarn is Back to Blighty yarn. It is Jaded, which is our Suri alpaca blend, and silk, and it's also paired with spruce, which I've actually got up here. So the spruce is BFL nylon, and I've paired it with the Jaded on the baby Suri alpaca and silk blend. So yeah, so held together, just held double, 2 skeins of each, made this jumper. I'm really pleased with it. It's got a really lovely drape. So yeah, I love this pattern. It's so nice. It suits so many different body shapes as well. And I really like the bind off for the 3/4 length sleeves. It kind of it's got this little I-cord bind off, which I think is really, really beautiful. So love this sweater. I hope it's not blowing out too much. It's winter here in Blighty. The light's rubbish, quite frankly. And I think we've probably got about ½ hour left of daylight. So I've set some lights up, so hopefully I'm not blowing out too much. But if you go onto my Ravelry page, you can see it on there. I forgot to say all that. All these podcasts, and I still forget. So you can find me on Instagram as Back to Blighty, on Facebook as Back to Blighty, and also on Ravelry as Knitting in Blighty. We have a group for the podcast called the Back to Blighty Podcast. So you can hop over there, join in the fun. We've got a MAL going on at the moment. So yeah, I will put all the links down below or on the screen, however I feel when it all happens. So what have I got? I've told you about the ranuncular sweater. Another finished object, although I haven't sewn in the ends yet, is my Novelli. And I shall show you this. So excuse all the ends. So this is the Novelli tee by Caitlin Hunter. I love this. It's so pretty. It's in Whistlebear yarn. It's in their 4-ply. This blue is Springtide, and these two, I know the grey is called Granite. I can't remember what the pinky neutral is, but I made my, it's all going so well. I made a jumper, Carlina pullover by Whitney Hayward out of it, so I used up those scraps. Really like it. It came out a little bit smaller than I anticipated, but it's going to be lovely. I tried doing the facing. The pattern calls for like the grey to be knit a bit longer and then joined at the sleeve, but I found it quite bulky. So I just finished off doing a few rows of rib. If you can see that. There you go, a few rows of rib. And the other thing it said was that it wanted me to change back to the smaller needles up here, but I continued with the larger size needle because I didn't want it too small up here. I wanted it a bit looser. So it's kind of semi-fitted. I shall get round doing some photographs and putting them on Instagram and on my project page, but to be honest, it's been a bit cold, and when I've had the time it's been raining, so yeah, haven't bothered as yet. So, but the Novelli tee, love it, brilliant pattern, and yeah, not really a lot more to say about that, apart from I still didn't use up all of this yarn, and I've still got loads of this yarn left, so I'm going to do something colour work. I don't know, would a sort of Novelli hat in these colours be a bit overkill? Who knows? I'll be needing a hat. Have my hair cut again, and it's even shorter, but I quite like it. What do you reckon? I don't know, it's a bit chilly around the ears, but you know, great in the morning. You just have to sort of like blow it with a hairdryer and it's done. However, bed hair is ridiculous. So, what else have I got to show you? I've forgotten something. I will be back in a moment with my tam. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. There's always something that I seem to forget. So I made a tam and I decided I wanted to try and design my own tam. And I was inspired by Beachy Head Lighthouse, which is a lighthouse really close to me. It's on the Seven Sisters. I shall pop a photo actually of it in here. And it's a place that's very close to my heart because I come from a nautical family and my dad loves lighthouses, and when we were kids we used to walk from Seaford, which is where we used to live, and we used to walk over the Seven Sisters to Eastbourne and then get the bus back, and we used to pass Beachy Head Lighthouse, so it has a lot of meaning for me, and so I used that as my inspiration. So I decided to start off with some boats around the bottom and the lighthouses around the top. So I don't know if you can see that very well. I'm pretty pleased with it. I think I could have been a little bit neater, but it's my first go at designing anything. And I really love the yarn. I'm going to come a bit closer so you can see the yarns. It's Jameson Smith 2-ply yarn, which I used in my last tam. And yeah, it's come up really well. It's come up slightly bigger actually. I think I did a needle size up, but I really like it. So I'm going to pop it on so you can have a look. As I said, I kind of need these things now. So yeah, there you go. What do you think? I'm really pleased. First time designing anything, so pretty pleased with it. So I'm going to wear it lots, and especially if I go onto the beach or anything in the winter. Nothing like a walk on the seaside when it's really windy in the winter and the waves are crashing, and I'll be wearing my lovely tam. So yeah, it's not anything I'm going to be publishing. It was just a kind of a muck about really, but I'm quite tempted to make some knits with the boats on. We'll see. I've got loads of other stuff I need to get done. So yeah, really pleased with that. What else have I got? The Knit for a Stranger Mal. So last time I saw you, I think I was starting my third hat. Let me explain. The Knit for a Stranger Mal is a charity knit. It's running until the end of February, and we're making hats for homeless people, and that can be to a certain shelter, or it can be just somewhere near you, or it might be a homeless person that you pass every day. So it's just kind of a little gift knit for people that could do with staying a little bit warmer this winter. So you can go onto the Ravelry podcast group page and find out all about it. There's some prizes to be had. I've got other people joining in. Thank you so much to those people that have mentioned it on their podcasts. I really appreciate it. So I've now made 4. So last time I had made, I think, the little stripy one, and I'd made an Aran weight or worsted weight little ribbed hat that I kind of made up myself. And I was starting the blueberry waffles. No, violet waffles. Blueberry waffles are socks. Violet waffles is a hat. So yeah, I made the violet waffles hat. And this is by Haldora J. and I completed it. So I did a little bit of an orange cast on edge just to give it a little bit of something, and it's got this lovely, lovely texture, which I really, really like. Love this hat. I'm going to make some more because I kind of really like it. And I think that some of my friends and family members would wear that, especially with a pom-pom. So yeah, so Drops Lima, really cheap. Didn't take long at all, but I love the texture of this, and it's really stretchy, so it's going to fit all different types of head sizes, which is good. And then I used the same pattern, but I didn't do the, I used the same recipe. I didn't use the waffle stitch, I just did it plain because I wanted to use up some of the colours that I bought in the Drops Lima. And so I just did a little stripy number. Let me get it round the right way. There we go. I don't think there was really a right way, but so I just used up some of my stash and I made one with the orange and the teal. So I did the same recipe, the same number of stitches and the same decreases, but I just knit in stockinette for the rest of it. So yeah, so I've done four hats. So I'm pretty pleased with that. My local shelter is Lewes Open Door, and they would like hats to give out Christmas as gifts to their clients, and so these ones are going to be going to them. Now I have had, just wondering where they are, hold on a second, I have had some sent to me and they are just gorgeous, and I just wanted to show you because people have got involved. There's people that have posted them on the Ravelry thread. There's two threads. There's a chatter thread and a finished objects thread. Chatter away by all means, but if you would like to be in with the chance of winning a prize, just pop them in the finished objects thread. I won't comment on them because obviously it's difficult to pick a winner when there's all my comments, but it is really nice that everyone's sharing them and they're just going all over the world, which is so lovely. So my friend Jan, who is a dancing buddy, I asked her if she would make a hat, and she's done loads. She's done 3 already, and I know she's still knitting, so I'm going to show you the ones that she's done. So she's done a green one, and oops, she's done a brown one, and she's also done a blue one. Look at that. So thanks, Jan. Jan is not so good on the old Ravelry page, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these photos and I'm going to put them in so she's in with a chance of winning a prize too, because I think she deserves it. So thanks, Jan. That's fantastic. I've had a few of you get in touch about sending me, so I'm looking forward to receiving more hats in the post, and I think someone's done a shawl as well, which is fantastic. So thank you so much. As I said, if you've got an evening spare, I know we're all gift knitting. I know it's that time of year where we're all sort of snowed under, but to be honest with you, one evening, sit in front of the fire, get the old Netflix on, Christmas, one of those sort of, you know, naff Christmas romance movies, and you can knit a hat. Speaking of which, I've got a date next week with my son's girlfriend Thea, and we are going to see Last Christmas. Can't wait, it's going to be so good. So yeah, we're booked in next week. So yeah, that's sort of the beginning, I think, of our Christmas festivities, and then Jack will be home from university, which is so exciting. I really miss him. I bought him and I sent him a advent calendar of socks. So every day for 12 days you open a door and you get a pair of socks. I think it was from Fat Face, and he's been opening them and sending me a photo or a video of him opening them. So I think he was particularly pleased with the dinosaur ones. But anyway, I'm digressing already. So that is all my finished objects. So my whips. Well, I've only got one whip. I mean, I've got my gridline sweater, which is kind of languishing now. And since I did my Christmas spruce jumper here, it's in a very similar colour, and I kind of don't really want to knit in that colour again for a while. So I think it's going to be more of a spring number, so I shall get it out a bit later. But I needed to I needed to do some colour work. So I looked through Ravelry and fell in love with a jumper by Caitlin Hunter, although I don't think I can pronounce it. So I'm sorry if people are watching this, you can shout at the screen, but I think it's called the Coivoire jumper. I shall put a link or a photo up here so that you can have a look at it. It's a beautiful colourwork sweater, and I've had my eye on it for a little while. And I am using Cascade 220 yarns. Now, the reason I chose to do the Cascade 220 was because this jumper calls for a long gradient, and it's really hard to find a long gradient. And so I went shopping around and found that Cascade 220 do one called Wave. And I shall show you the yarn here. So, although my yarn cake is a wee bit on the messy side, so there is my yarn cake. I hope you can see that there. So it's a long gradient, and to go with it I chose just a basic Cascade 220 in their Heathers range, and the colour is 8011. The blue, here's the tag, is 106. I need my glasses. 106. So that's that one. I don't know if you can see that. This is the heather. It's kind of a warm pale grey. It might be blowing out a little bit there. So yeah, so I've started this jumper and I am so pleased with it. It's just gorgeous. Absolutely love it. So I'm going to come a bit closer so you can have a wee close up. So it's got this beautiful colourwork. So you can see that the gradient changes all the way down. So it's got this beautiful yoke. It has some textured stitches, almost like a gansey. And when that's blocked out, that's going to look so lovely. And then colourwork goes down, and then at the bottom, there's some more of that textured knitting. I absolutely love this jumper. It is going to be amazing. Love it. I'm doing the sleeves concurrently purely because I have only got one ball of the wave left. So that's all I've got of the wave. And you can see that it gets darker in the middle, and I didn't want to do one sleeve and then find one sleeve's light and then one sleeve's darker. So I'm doing sort of, I don't know, about 15 rows, and then I'm switching over. So there you go. Got my little pandas on the go, and I've got my, oh, where is it? Got my little, I never do this well. Got my little jammy dodger. Little jammy dodger there, and on this side what have I got? Got a little cake, and they're from Chapel View Crafts. So yeah, it's going really well, loving it. I literally started this, oh, I don't know, I started it a week Sunday. It's now Wednesday, and I've nearly done a jumper. So yeah, really pleased. The yarn, not tried it before. I know people have said before that they really are keen on Cascade 220. It's a superwash yarn, but it doesn't feel too much like a superwash yarn. It feels slightly toothy, but it is soft. And I mean, I'm not going to be putting it in the washing machine, not after all that work. But yeah, really like it. I can't wait. So almost like 2 Christmas jumpers. So I am so pleased with that. I'll just give you another little close-up of the colour. There you go. Beautiful. I've done quite a few Caitlin Hunter patterns now, and that isn't intentional. I just gravitate to them. I really, really enjoy them, and I wasn't actually thinking, I didn't look at the pattern too much for this one because the actual picture has got some browns in it and it's nice, but it doesn't stand out, and I really wanted that colour work to kind of jump out a bit. So yeah, really pleased. Recommend the yarn, recommend the pattern. I have moved up a size on the needles just because that's how I got gauge, and I did the small, so it's again slim fit. It's not fitted, but it's not really loose either, so it's perfect. So I'm loving that. Just going to pick up my balls, do excuse me. And that is living in my Marauders matte bag. It's a nice big bag I made quite some time ago now, but it's one of my favourite bags. So yeah, there we go. So doing pretty well. I haven't got any other whips on the go, but I have got some things in mind that I want to do. I've got one thing, or actually two things that I really want to do before Christmas because they're going to be gifts. So yeah, so let's get on to acquisitions. Right, let's have a look. They're not there, they're up there. Okay, so the only acquisitions I've got are, I got another knit crate, and I got this yarn this time. This is Knitology, which is by Knit Crate, and it is they call it a glowing worsted, and the colourway is C, and I love the colour. It is 40% merino, 30% silk and 30% alpaca, and it is gorgeous and it smells really nice, but I really love the colours. So look at those, again blowing out, sorry guys, but yeah, that's kind of what it looks like, and I love that colour. So I'm just thinking, would it go with my, no, it's a bit brighter than my hat. Anyway, stop looking at yourself, Becky, for goodness sake. Yeah, don't know what I'm going to make out of it, but I'm thinking that some sort of shawl would be really nice because it is so soft and beautiful. So it's my second knit crate. I'm really, really impressed with it. And yeah, I love the colour. I like blue. Blue seems to suit me, so I got that. The other thing I got was my first hand spun. I was a hand spun virgin, and I have been looking online and they're just so gorgeous. I really wish I could spin. Maybe Father Christmas might buy me a spinning wheel. I've been good. No, I don't need any more things in my life. But anyway, so I bought some hand spun and I saw this. This is by Knit Some More, and it is a wool silk blend, and it's a sport weight yarn, and the colours in it are just beautiful. They are really, really lovely. Now this is going to be a gift for a very, very gift worthy person for Christmas, and I think I'm going to make, I'm not going to tell you because they might be watching, so I'm not going to tell you, but it is going to be something lovely. So I'm hoping I'm going to have enough yarn. It is only 53 grams and 132 meters, so it's got to be something small, but I think the person will really adore it and will suit that person. It's really hard. It's really hard not to say. Anyway, so hand spun yarns, it's really lovely. I shall put, no, not hand spun yarns, it's Knit Some More. I will put the link below. She has got some beautiful hand spun and really reasonably priced as well. So I shall put a link down below to her shop, but go and have a look. But don't buy it all because I want some more. So yeah, so that's gorgeous. It smells lovely. There's some really nice oranges and tonal browns and kind of like a grey blue. Beautiful. The only other acquisition I've got is I've got one of these cheap balls of Stylecraft Decay for my another hat. So another hat for Knit for a Stranger. This was literally, I don't know, £2-3, if that, 100 grams. Hopefully I can get a hat and a half out of it. Not that anyone wants half hat, but you know, I'll find something to go with it. So yeah, so I just bought some cheap yarn to do another hat. So that's all I've bought, really. There's nothing else everybody to talk about as far as acquisitions go. So, what else have I got? I've got some things in the shop. So I have got some project bags in the shop. There's not many left. I have cut out some more to put up. So I have got some project bags. I'm going to bring it a bit closer so it doesn't blow out too much. So it's kind of got some holly on it with a pocket inside. Nice and roomy. Good for a shawl or a small garment project. So yeah, so I've got some of those in the shop. Obviously they're drawstringed and got bells on. Bit of Christmas cheer there. So I've got one of those in the shop, and there will be more coming into the shop. I've just got to run them up when I get a minute. Otherwise, I have a lovely skein of this yarn. This is Frozen. I don't know if you can see, I'm going to come close because I don't know if you can see the sparkle. Oh. Don't know if you can see any sparkle on there. As I say, the light's a bit rubbish, it's blowing out, but you kind of get the idea. So I've got that. That is a merino nylon stellina base, silver stellina. I've got some sock sets in Auld Lang Syne, which are here. So again, blowing out a little bit. So I've got those. That's 50 grams with a 20 gram mini skein. I've got those. I've got butterbeer and butter froth. Oh, light. There we go. So, as I say, the light's a bit rubbish, so I apologise. And some Vermont, some pink speckles in there, lovely greens. And that's actually on a different base. What is that? I think it's merino mohair. Don't quote me. Have a look in the shop. And obviously I just showed you these, but this is what my ranunculus is made out of, so I'll come a bit closer. And that's in there. All together. And all together they look like that. So yeah, so there's a few bits in the shop. Haven't been as active in the shop lately, and I apologise for that, but this time of year in my job I work across schools, across Brighton and Hove in mental health, and everybody wants a report written at this time of year. So yeah, not a lot of time to spend doing lovely sewing things or lovely dyeing things, unfortunately. So yeah, just busy at work, just trying to get everything done before the end of term. But we've only got a couple of weeks left, or just over a couple of weeks left, and then it'll be Christmas. So I really ought to get my skates on and start shopping and organising stuff. Yeah, I'm not one of these people that is super organised and does everything before December. I kind of have to get to December and then I start thinking about it. And yeah, we've got lots coming up, as I said, going to the cinema, so I'm kicking off Christmas in my world next Wednesday when we go to the cinema to see Last Christmas. And then we're going to get the tree, and it's going to be a bit strange this year because obviously Jack doesn't come home until I think it's the 18th of December, and we have a real tree, and so I don't want to leave it too late and then feel that we've got a lot going on when he gets home, and I don't want to feel that, oh no, now we've got to put the tree up and that's like a really big stress that we haven't really got time for. So we're going to go a week earlier, and I was a bit sad about decorating the tree, just me and Leon together, because Jack always helps us, you know, we always do it as a family thing. Anyway, his girlfriend's going to come, and we're going to Skype Jack at the same time, so he's going to be there in spirit, which will be really fun. So we'll get the mulled wine out, get all the decks out, and that will be really, really lovely. Next week I'm also meeting up with Ali from the Little Drops for Wonderful. Can't wait. It's been a while since we've met up, so I'm really looking forward to that. We've got to finalise where we're going and what we're doing, but you know, that will be exciting. So yeah, lots of stuff going on. So I'm not sure I'm going to get the chance to podcast again before Christmas. So I hope you have a lovely holiday, whatever you're doing, whether or not you celebrate Christmas. If you've got a bit of time off to spend with your family or do something you love or knit, then I hope you just have time doing that and loving it. So I shall see you soon. Take care for now. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.